Okay, so interestingly, that the recording froze as I was in the middle of exploring the answer to. I seem to have different strategies for handling the questions when you ask me these crunch questions, which is a pattern.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was
So
saying,
being totally,
being
totally,
independently alone,
right. Yeah,
which I think we all are, whether we're in a relationship or not, we are fundamentally alone. And I think there's a great significance about that, about um, not blaring the boundaries with somebody else, being able to really know the truth
mm,
of who we are and what's important to us.
yeah,
And how to be that in a way that other people know that too. Like you said that about, um, you and your mother getting to know her, getting to know you for who you are.
hmm
Um, yes, and I think that's a very big part of it. It's not doing it for them, but I think that's the feedback, is that other people know us for who we
yeah,
are. And I think, for example, I lost that for quite a number of years. I
right,
blurred the edges and
right,
compromised myself in many ways.
right.
And I think I'm getting that the shape back
hmm
of who I am.
Yeah, yeah. I think this just for me, the example of with my mother was so much of that is, I think, a result of a number of factors, but a major factor is that I came to know myself and accept myself, and that made it that much easier for her then to do the same.
Yes.
Whereas before, where I was pounding on her to know me and to for who I was, and she couldn't. I mean, she just didn't have the filters at that point in time because
No.
I think differently. I kind of see the world differently and all that. But once I accepted it became very possible for her to see me,
Yes. Yes.
which is a
Interesting.
paradox. You
In
know,
what way a paradox?
well, you look. I was looking for. I was looking to be seen from someone else when I needed to be seeing my.
Yes. Yes.
And so, doing the work to see myself, to own that, to validate it, to love myself for myself. That was a very powerful,
Yes.
formative moment or series of moments that I then saw manifest in my relationship with my mother.
Yeah. Yes, I recognise that, but I think some of the key questions I've asked myself is, so what have I looked for other people to fulfill in me?
Right,
Well, how have I sought to fill the gaps that I have perceived in myself, in others,
right,
rather than to um, give that to myself,
right.
and then be able to appreciate that in others, or be with other people in a very different, independent kind. And it's constant. It's a constant recognizing. I think I can much more often recognize when I'm drifting into that blurred
Mm, mm,
boundary state. Um, Whereas I think I didn't let myself know that for a time.
right.
Now it's still, and it's learning how to find the place for myself that's who I am, and then engage with other people in that
Mhm.
place.
So, when you say totally accountable for yourself, what does accountable mean for you?
What does accountable mean? Um, it means I'm looking after me
hmm
in every sense. Um, Looking after me in terms of I'm not expecting somebody else to make okay. So my state, my emotional state, I'm looking after me health wise. I'm looking after me because interesting. Like I have for a long time in France, I would go out and eat, and it's not the best always, although France has a reputation for food. But actually, I'm cooking much more for myself because I can create what I want and what's
hmm
important, and learn how to do that. Um, so almost in every dimension, I am accountable
hmm
for myself. Meaning, if whatever I'm experiencing is my choice,
Hmm.
and I can make it a choice that's right for myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And without any, I mean, I'm certainly not fully there, but without, I think I experience a lot in other people at times. They'll say, well, aren't you afraid of that? Aren't you afraid of this? Less afraid of a lot of things than I used to
Right.
be. I have had a lot of anxiety at times. I realise I got used to feeling that way. Um, but ultimately, I think the truth is I'm much less afraid of things than I would have been at one time.
Right. 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 Yeah. So what level shift? Because it sounds like you're describing sounds like you're pretty stable in
Are
your
not.
understanding.
um, the level shift would be to have that much more consistently than I have it currently. So I have quite dips at times
Mm.
when I doubt.
Right.
So I'd like to have that. There's some things um, that I believe have committed to believing over the years, partly through NLP, partly from the work we've done together. But there's still some things that, when I choose to believe them, so I pose them, I know they make a difference, but I don't hold them consistently as beliefs, and I would like to move those things from the level of presuppositions to beliefs.
And what would an example be?
An example would be that, well, whatever happens is okay. I'm okay. Okay can mean many things, but whatever happens.
Hmm.
I often, what comes to mind is some of the swamis that I've seen or experienced or heard about in India, um, who seem to have a few, not everybody, have this capacity to just be with whatever
Hmm.
is happening in the moment, to be present
Right.
without concern or care, not without care, but without concern or any anxiety about the future. I always
Right.
remember one of the Swamis saying, he'd like to be able to, when death arrives, to greet it with a cup of tea and a chat. And I just thought that way of putting it, and it's along those lines really. It's to have that way of being
Mm.
that's a peace.
So if we just put in these terms, if that's your desired state and your present state is that you're not there, that looked like a very knowing nod.
Well, I was thinking it's interesting that in talking to you at this moment, I'm you know pretty much quite there really. But 4 o'clock in the morning, middle of the night, maybe I won't be there in quite the same way.
Right. Okay. So then your present state is you're there now, but you have a internal representation that there could be a state where you won't be there.
Yeah, or there's certainly an internal representation that there's a time when I haven't been there.
Right. So you bring your past into your present and project into your future.
Yes, I'm aware of my past.
Right. Aha. So what would it take for you to change your reference structure from past to present future?
Say that again. Could you explain that again?
Yeah, so your reference structure now is your past. So 4 o'clock in the morning, this has happened before,
Yeah.
so a good chance it's going to happen again. So
Yes.
that's the reference structure,
Yes.
right? What would it take? And if you say your present state is now a past reference structure,
Yep.
right? Where when you want to find out what your future is going to look like, you go to your past.
Yes. To a degree.
Huh?
Some of
Say,
it. Yes.
yeah.
Some of it. Yes.
So if that's your present state, then your desired state would could be a future reference state, which is I will be in the future as reference. So that's right.
Yeah.
My future will be right now.
Yes.
So what do you need to merge your reference?
I'd say opening now the structure just by talking about it, by talking out, um, which is which I've become very aware of recently when I've thought I've had some worries of health, for example, and then I thought, well, think of those people I know who've had much bigger issues than I've faced, and they have trusted and they've persisted and they've come through. And so I've switched my thinking from the possibility of what might go wrong to those people, to kind of informally modeling those people I know are exemplars.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that switching, it's making that switch in thinking to remind myself of this conversation, of this awareness right now, so that if I start to dip into the, let's say, a state of, let's call it anxiety, that I switch out of it, that I do this reminder, which I already do in another way, in another context.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what strikes me about that is it's great that you have exemplars that you can model.
Yes.
And a shift there is for you to model yourself.
Yes.
So in other words, you have shifted out of that previously, right? And so it's not about the other, it's about you.
Yes. It's interesting because I hadn't swamis. I was thinking of their channel to my.
Right.
I hadn't owned that in myself.
Right.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That's emotional. Swami Jane.
Rare.
Get your saffron robes on.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah.
That is great. You are great.
Thank you. And you are too.
Thank you very much. I take it.
Oh, how lovely. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, that's what we're going to be doing.
That's what we're going to be doing. That's exactly.
Absolutely.
Nothing like experience as the answer, right? So at least we can show people what they'll experience. But
absolutely, and I've been saying that in some of the WhatsApp groups recently. Of saying people have asked me what NLP is, and they've told them, and I said, no, how can you experience of what it is? Don't tell them. It's not a talk topic. It's an experience topic. There we go. Comes right back and bites me on the bum. That's it.
Good.
I'm going to pause there. Thank you.
What was that?